What's up, everybody? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. And in today's video, we're going to talk about new debt that's being sold on the market, how to deal with it, how to check the statute of limitations on it. And then also, I'm going to talk a little bit about, can you stand success? I want to get into a little bit about success. I don't always want to just leave you with stuff that's going on, the bad news, or looking at problems all the time. I want to talk about solutions. But one key aspect of success is, can you stand success? I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about that, on what I mean about it. And then I'm going to answer some YouTube questions. Yesterday we had a lot of good questions, and I want everyone to post your comments and questions on these videos. You don't have to always ask a question. I want to hear your opinions. Post your comments, and so we can just have this conversation, keep extending the conversation, so we can let more people know what's going on in the market. And so before we get started, please like my videos. Please click the notification button so you can be notified of new videos. Do that. We need that for the algorithm to be able to help more people. And you know from the videos that I've produced that I'm about helping people. And real quick, I want to remind people, if you're not a customer of the creditrepairshop.com and you send me information, and you can send that to support at the creditrepairshop.com. In the subject line, put that your name and that you are a YouTube subscriber. You need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then put the information in that you want me to answer, and then my staff will get that to me. They are not allowed to answer people that are not customers. I do that stuff. They are busy working with people that are paying customers. I don't want to take them away from their duties, because they'll get in trouble when they have to answer to be for it. So let's get right into it. This is a list of the new debt that has been placed into the market. This is from Payday, a Payday loan company. Now look at this. We got on this one, we're lucky we have it by the states, so we can see by the states and how many accounts by the state. And you can see that they have two, Arkansas 2, Alabama 22, Arizona, yeah, AZ is Arizona, this is Arkansas, 24, California, DC, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Iowa, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana. Boy, I'm glad I paid attention in school. You got to know all of the symbols for each state. But let's go into it. So you got a balance, two accounts. Each balance is 2302. I don't know how they got to that, but we can see the balances here. We can see they have 22 accounts for this state, $50,000. 24 for this state, $50,000 total. 2110 is the average. I think that's going to be, or the current balance. I don't know how they break these down to be equal balance. I think that's going to be an average balance of each of them. But you can see it here. It's broken down by the state. So this company, Payday Loan Company, was doing loans in all states. Grand total. This is the grand total. How many accounts in grand total? We got them in every state. Here's my state, Wisconsin, Wyoming. They have 15 accounts, $33,000. Look at that one there, $98,000. 45 accounts, $98,000, and you can see these are the averages. Now, you know, the first thing that I tell people to do, is to look at the statute of limitations. So we can see right here, statute of limitations for all of these is, well, for some of them is 2015, 2014, 2014, 2012, 2015, 14, 2012, 2012. So we can see here, so got a pretty nice spread here. So now let's do this. I want to make this interesting because a lot of people say that they're finding it hard to research for their state. So I'm going to actually do it for you. I went to my website and right here on this page. So we're going to look at them here. We got Arkansas. So let's look at Arkansas. 2015 was the original charge off date. So let's go here to my website. And we got Arkansas, and we can see right here, Arkansas has for written 5-year, for oral contracts. I'm sorry, for contracts is 3 years, and for oral contracts, 3 years, promissory notes, 5 years. So when we go back here, we see that this past statute of limitations. So what do you do when it's past statute of limitations? Remember, if you watch my other videos, all you have to do is just state that according to the laws in my state, that it is past the statute of limitations according to the laws in my state. We were on Arkansas, wasn't we? Let's make sure which one we were on. Yeah, Arkansas 5335. And let's go back, Arkansas, 2014. So you can see all of the debt that they're going to sell to a debt collector to try to come after people for is past the legal statute of limitations. So when you run into this situation, all you have to do, you don't even have to get into validating the debt. You don't have to get into any back and forth about the debt. All you have to do is make a letter, short and sweet. Debt collection company, put their name, address, and then you state, and then you put RE with the account number that they're trying to come after you for with the debt, and you say, according to the laws in my state, the debt that you're attempting to collect is past the statute of limitations. Please cease and desist all collection activity for this debt, or I will notify the proper authorities in my state. The proper authorities in your state or in any state is going to be whoever regulates the debt collection companies for your state. In my state, it's Department of Financial Institutions. But also you would have the right to contact your state attorney general's office, because they also enforce the regulations when debt collectors or certain companies cross the line. When you do that, they're going to stop. They're going to leave you alone. So let's just look at a few more here. We got California. The charge-off date was 2014. Let's go to California here. California, 4244. Past statute of limitations. So let's do some more here. We got Georgia, which is, you know how Georgia is. They're tough on people. Charge-off date was 2012. Let's go to Georgia. 6, 4, 6, and 4 and 6 for promissory notes. They have a asterisk right there. Let's see what the asterisk. I didn't put what the asterisk was about on that. So you can see Georgia, even with Georgia with 6, 4, 6, and 4, and you look at the original charge-off date on these here, 2012, it's past statute of limitations. Let's look at some more here. Let's look at Illinois. Illinois is pretty lenient on theirs, favorite for debt collectors. Look at this. Illinois is 10, 5, 10, 5, or 10. So with Illinois, 10 years for a written, 5 years for a contract, and for oral is 10, and then you got 5 and 10. Let's go back here. Illinois was 2014, so still past statute of limitations. Let's go. What was that other one that they had there? The other one was Indiana. You got Indiana 10, 6, 10, 6. Indiana, charge-off date 2015. So it's still 1 year. Got all of you that are in Indiana. Oh, that's Idaho. Where are we at? Indiana. Here we go. Yeah, 2015. There we go. It's Indiana. Indiana. Okay, Indiana. We got 2015. So if we go back here, Indiana. Is Indiana? I mean, I'm sounding crazy here, but Indiana, let's make sure that that's the right symbol. All right, so I was right there. So we got IN, man. I'm sitting there going with Idaho. So we got IN. We got 2014 was the original charge-off date. Indiana, they got a 10/6, 10/6. So right on the line for statute of limitation. You just have to know what actual month you went into. Now let's go into some of these other crazy states. You can see here a list of them where pretty much all in the 3 to 6, 5 range. But let's go to these crazy ones like Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Look at this 10, 10, 10, 10. Man. Let's look at theirs. Let's look what we got here for Rhode Island. Here we go. Only 2 accounts. 2014. So you can see that that one's people are gonna have to do some debt validation on that one. South Carolina. SC South Carolina 2014, 10 years. West Virginia. We got, yeah, W is West Virginia, W8. So we got 2012 and Wyoming 10/8. Wyoming is 10/8. 2014. So there's still not past statute of limitations on those. So you could see that you know, a lot of the states, if you end up getting something from a payday lender that you had a loan with some time ago, um, and it's potentially from this payday lender. It's only one payday lender that's selling this here, and you could potentially get out of this debt simply because of the statute of limitations. And you can see here that you know, it varies for each state. Now let's move over to, can you stand success? Can you stand success? And I'm gonna try to, let me find a picture so we can look at success instead of looking at this stuff here. I'm gonna pause the video real quick, and while I pause the video, why don't you go ahead and take the time to like the video. Please like the video, because this information is very good, credible. You're learning stuff that I don't think other people really dig into when they're making their videos. Okay, I just wanted to put this image up so we can look at the word success. Success means something different to everybody. I've learned that over my years on this planet, that success is different for everybody. For myself, success deals with money. Success deals with advancing myself to levels that maybe I didn't think that I would be able to get to. Success is about being healthy, especially the older I got. Success was more about being healthy, having a good, positive frame of mind, being able to help people, being able to have a legacy, being able to have the things that I want, being able to live comfortably, being able to take chances, being able to take risks, being able to accept wins and losses, and to keep moving forward. That's what success means to me. And to you, success might be, you know, different or similar. But there's something that I've learned over the years, and some of you probably know I do listen to Reverend Ike, and he is a prosperity minister from the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. He passed away not too long ago. But I was listening to one of the recordings, and I purchased the recordings. I don't just listen to the free recordings that he have on YouTube. I purchased recordings. These are hour-long, some of them 2-hour-long recordings. And there was something that he said in there: can you stand success? Can you stand what comes with success? And when I first heard it, I was like, what do you mean by that? But he breaks it down. He doesn't just say things, he breaks it down, and he says, can you stand some of the, I don't want to say bad things, but some of the hiccups, some of the obstacles, some of the daily tasks that you have to deal with to be successful. And when I think about that are not being willing to stand what it takes to be successful and what comes with being successful can actually stop you from becoming successful. If you're trying to be healthy, if you can't stand doing the things on a day-to-day basis that it takes to be healthy, you won't be healthy. It's not because you don't want to be healthy. It's because in your mind, you cannot stand the responsibilities that it's going to take to be healthy, to work out, to eat right, to not overindulge yourself when eating. All of those things are the things that you have to be able to stand to do on a day-to-day basis. When it comes to finances, can you stand to not overspend? Can you stand to invest? Can you stand to wait for investments to mature and not think that they have to mature the next day? Can you stand to be on an even keel? What I mean by that is to not let things on the outside make you stray from the ultimate goal. Things go up on a day-to-day basis. I put a post on YouTube yesterday, and I don't know if I explained it in detail enough, but what I meant by that is, can you stand to stay the same regardless of what happens? You as an individual, me as an individual, we have to stay the same. And what I mean by that is, you can't let outside forces deter you from what your ultimate goal is, because when you achieve your goal, you want to be that person. You want to be the person who achieves that goal. So that meant that whatever happened from day 1 to day 2, what goes up and down cannot change you, cannot make you want to quit, cannot make you believe or change your mind at a whim. That's what that means. So can you stand to succeed? If you are going to repair your credit, if you're going to get out of debt, can you stand to have to be the new person and do the things that you're going to have to do on a day-to-day basis, month-to-month basis, year-to-year basis for the rest of your life, to be a person that has good credit, to do the things on a day-to-day basis? Every day, you have to be conscious of what it takes to keep good credit. That's why I always say you have to become that person. If your credit is screwed up right now, if you have too much debt right now, you cannot be that person right now. You have to become and start imagining and put yourself in the place of the person that has become successful with good credit, has become successful with getting out of debt, because that's the person that you need to be. You need to start practicing being that person, because that's who you're going to be. If you practice being a person who is trying to get out of debt, you'll never get out of debt. You're practicing being a person who's trying to repair their credit. You're never going to repair your credit, or it's going to just take a longer period of time to do it. So that's what I mean by that. And please like this video. Please like the video so we can expose more people to this information. That's what I mean by can you stand success. So now let's get into the questions that people asked about the videos that I had. We had one question come up from the court summons video that I made, and it says that I admitted to owning a debt to the original creditor in my answers page, but denied owing the debt to the collection agency. Did I give up my right to ask for a debt for my debt to be validated? No, you did not give up the right for your debt to be validated. You would not even be giving up the right when you told the original creditor. The only thing that is different between a debt collector owning a debt and the original creditor is that they don't have to go through as much proof to validate the debt. They basically can just bring the receipts. They don't have to go through all of the things that a debt collector would have to go through. Yes, you still had a right to validate the debt with the debt collector. Also, if you watch my videos, I do not tell you to deny the debt outright. The judge and everyone is going to be like, you can't just come up here and say that this debt is not yours. What you have to do is you're using the law to see if the debt is valid, because when someone buys the debt, they must prove every aspect of the debt so they can continue coming after you for it. That means that they have to show you the original contracts. They have to show you the relationship between you and them now. They have to show you all of the charges. They have to show you the signatures on the charges. They have to show that that the original creditor disclosed all of the finance charges, the payoff dates, everything about the debt. You also need to look to see if the debt was canceled on your credit reports. You have to make sure that they did not cancel it, because it could have been canceled and then just packaged up and sold on accident to a debt collection company, and the debt is canceled. How do you find out if the debt is canceled? You can go on your credit reports, get them. If you don't have them, go to the website that I have, your3scores.com. The link is below this video, and look in the comments section of your debt, of the original creditor that charged off the debt, and see if they put that they canceled it or they sold it. If they canceled it, they can't even come after you for the summons. If they sold it, then you need to make them prove every aspect of the debts. All right, let's go to my next question. On the video that I made yesterday about underwater car loans hurting borrowers at alarming rates, someone said, I was contacted by GM Financial informing me my lease contract was past due and they will have the car out for repo, insisting me to turn in the car to the dealership in which I had leased from. I went to the dealership asking to explore lease in option, informed me that the lease car was out for repo and past due, and the deal they offered was to buy out the lease for $32,000 with a different lender. All right, I had an interruption there. So it said here the deal they offered was to buy out the lease with a down payment of $3,200 with a different lender. I accepted the offer and asked what would happen with the repo. The dealer told me once the bank funds go through, it should be cleared. Until then, just park in a hidden place. The dealer said, park it in a hidden place. The car got repoed on 2/13. I called GM Financial to inform them that I was in the process of purchasing the vehicle and was only waiting for the new lender's check to go through. According to the car dealer, the dealer continued to tell me that they were waiting on the bank to fund this money and we'll get the car back from GM Financial once it goes through. It's 2:20 and still no update. I told the dealer to provide me a free rental or else I'll cancel the deal. and take my $3,200 back. The dealer agreed to lend me a vehicle. Do I have a case of some sort? Please advise. This is going to be crazy, but if you probably have a case to get the car back, but here's the problem that I see. This is the problem that I see if you're just looking at it for what it is that when they initiate a repo, and this is how all banks and companies look at this. They look at this as a number. They don't look at it as you. Even though they claim, hey, we care about our customers and we take it personal, all this stuff, it's not true. They look at it as numbers, and once an account has been put into a repo process, or an account has been put into a charge-off process, with some companies, it is very difficult to do anything other than to walk a check straight into whoever is handling that specific account and getting something in writing saying that I'm going to be released, here's a check, and I'm going to get a release, or you're going to give me a release according to this agreement that we have. Other than that, it's going to work through a process, and when they're working through these processes, they're not really looking at it on a one-by-one basis. They're doing groups of accounts that have been placed into the repo department, and they're doing a lot of this stuff by AI, which is artificial intelligence, and just pushing all of this stuff through. It's just crazy. And so what I would do is to continue contacting them and see if you can get something in writing, because what I'm fearing is that they've put the car already out for auction and potentially have sold the vehicle. I'm hoping that didn't happen, but it potentially could have happened. I don't want to give you any legal advice on this. I don't want to say what the dealer did and didn't do. I don't want to say what the financial company did and didn't do. But the way that it's looking, and let's just be logical with this situation, I'm thinking that they maybe have placed the car into processing to be placed and be sold at auction. But I'm not 100% sure that happened. And also, because it's a leased vehicle, the dealer should be getting that vehicle back if it's a leased vehicle and it's with the same company that sells those vehicles and leases those vehicles. So I'm hoping that this works out for you. Keep pushing, keep calling, and maybe there's going to be a good resolution on that. Okay, we have another question, and if you didn't already, please like the video. Please like the video. We need that to help more people. We need it for the algorithm here with YouTube. Also, if you haven't subscribed, and get notification of new videos that I post. And also, for all of the questions, I'm going to also answer those also. I'm just answering them here on the video. Another one was, what are my thoughts about handwritten letters? Handwritten letters are excellent when it comes to disputing credit to the bureaus, because they're using AI technology. They have individuals that are placing the documents into computers, not even reading it. Handwritten letter is going to get scrutinized a lot more, and but it still comes down to having an argument for why you want to have the information disputed. Next question here. You are loaning yourself the money. The banks does not loan you anything. That was a response to lenders on the video from underwater car loans hurting borrowers at alarming rates. Yes, that is true. And as a matter of fact, I was listening to a radio show last night Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie, if you heard of that one. They talk about aliens and all type of stuff on there. Yeah, and I've known this for a long time, and it is true. Banks do not actually loan you people's money. What they do is they use your signature to get money, in a way, created. There's been, every time a loan is made, it is actually created money. Federal Reserve keeps count of how much money is being created. They loan that money that is being created to the banks at a extremely low rate, and the banks loan us the money at a higher interest rate. And the money that they created is made to create more, in a sense, more money by adding the interest rates on it. So it's like creating something, and then you charge more for creating it, and that's how the money is actually created in the market. More money is created in the market. So if they loan $100,000, they charge interest rates on that $100,000. In essence, the way that the system works, the way that the system continues to work, is that more money is actually being created from loaning out the created money, and that's how our system keeps working. I've always had talked about the using the analogy of, why do they always try to get you to refinance mortgages? Because a lot of people never pay off the loan. Like, the mortgage loan is never paid off. It just keeps getting recycled and recycled, refinanced, and it never gets paid off. And I always, with my properties, they're paid off, and I always get these letters in the mail to get the money out of the property. And I always thought about it, like, if you look at it, how many times they get people to refinance at a lower interest rate, refinance to get money out. The properties never get paid off because they just keep recycling another 30-year cycle, or another 15-year or 10-year cycle of interest from money that they created. Let's go here. Next question. People are not taking responsibility for asking questions, then playing the victim. Even with my first finance car, which was also my last paid off, but I usually buy my cars cash. I got in an emergency, paid my car, paid again after paying the car off, it got damaged, I guess that's what they're saying. Came with no money down, and except that due to the position I was in, asked for the interest rate, grilled the hell out of the warranty and tire protection, negotiated the price. Basically what they're saying is that they paid off their car in cash, got into an accident, and ended up having to get a loan for another vehicle, and they grilled the hell out of them for the warranty and all other types of stuff. And but they, worked their way through the whole situation and got a good deal. And this goes into the video where I talked about yesterday. If they're going to take you in that room, even if you pay cash, they're going to take you in that room and try to grill you to get all of the extras, because this is how they maximize the customer value. You come in and you're going to make $2,000 on selling the car, or $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000, whatever the amount is. They want to bring up that customer value. It's always in business, the person that you're going to make more money on is the person that you're already sitting in front of, that you're about to make money on. And but I want to talk about the first statement that the gentleman made, or the person made. I can't see the picture here if it's a male or female, but they said that people are not taking responsibility, and then they're playing the victim when they see that they got into a bad car loan. Yes and no. yes and no. I look at it from awareness, what people are aware of. Uh, they don't call people salespeople for no reason. People can sell people into things that they're not 100% understanding that they're getting into. So I don't want to be one of these people that say, you should have read everything. They can still trick you up. And remember that they are also playing on your feelings of wanting to get something that you could not get. They're making it possible. So they're making it like we're doing you a favor. It's like we're doing you a favor, now you do us a favor. That's the subconscious game that's being played. It's like you take me to lunch, I take you take me to lunch and pay one time, I'm going to feel that I have to be obligated to take you to lunch and pay the next time. And they play this game, and this is deeply rooted in us subconsciously. So what I say is that people are not aware of it, because I remember when I went through it, I was not aware of it. And I guess the best way to not get taken advantage of is just to be willing to walk away from any deal that's on the table. And if you're willing to walk away from a deal, they will give you the best deal. And also be aware that some dealers will not give you the best deal because they know that someone else is right around the corner and they can do a deal with someone else that's going to walk into the door. So don't think that just because you're in front of them, bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. It don't really work that way now with the way that the internet is being played and how they're selling cars like hotcakes all over the country. They're not limited to just their place. So you just must be willing to walk away from a deal and not think that they're going to come back after you for it. So you have your deal and you're willing to walk away if they can't meet it, and they're going to have their deal. Let's go into the next one here. One person said, never trade in your vehicle. This is absolutely true. I don't trade in vehicles. I sell vehicles. You're always going to get more for the vehicle when you sell it outright. Next one, should you send that, this is for the past statute of limitations. Should you send the letter after the charge off and statute of limitations is up? They both fall off TransUnion this year. Wondering if I send the cease and desist. Well, if a debt collector is coming after you for the money, you need to send the statute of limitations letter directly to them or to the original creditor. Getting it off your credit reports and that stuff, that's totally different. That's going to be the statute of limitations for it being on your credit reports for 7 years. Unless there's some technical reason that it shouldn't be on there, which is it's either showing incorrectly or the balances is wrong or the dates are wrong or it's varying from different bureaus. That's a technical reason to have something come off even before the 7-year time frame. But to answer your question, if they're coming after you for a debt that's past statute of limitations according to the laws in your state, they cannot continue doing that and it will come off of there. Even if it's not past the statute of limitations, if it's showing correctly with the history on your credit reports. Okay, the next one, someone said, great videos, keep up the great work, you deserve more subs. I think you should use to help grow your channel. Okay, I'm going to look into that because I'm really new to the whole thing on how to really push the videos. So I'm going to look into that. Thank you for that information. And then some more people said thank you for the consistent videos. Okay, so before we close out here, please like the video. Please like the videos. Please like the videos. We need that so we can help more people. We need it so we can get the word out to more people. Also, if you need help with your credit reports or with your credit or debt, please contact us at thecreditrepairshop.com. If you need your credit reports and scores, remember everything starts right there. that has excellent evidence on fighting debt collections and original creditors that may be coming after you for debts that technically they cannot come after you for. Get your credit reports and scores. Go to your3scores.com. Please subscribe to the channel. Post your comments. Post your questions. Let's keep the conversation going. Subscribe to the channel. And thank you for your time and have a great day.